Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter every time and give my honest thoughts on how that Kickstarter is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out Wild Dose, a first-person cyberpunk adventure. It's a cyberpunk junkie navigate between reality and virtual drugs. That's an interesting premise there. I also like the fact that they've spotlighted that it's Xbox, Steam, and Switch on here. I think that's a great idea. Live now on Kickstarter. You could probably get rid of that. We're here. We know. I'd replace it with a price. I'd love to see the price right here, especially if it's between the $20 to $30 range. Just boom, pop it right up there. And already, I'm very interested in the project. So as always, when I go into these, I'm looking for three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? Hopefully you will convince me in this video of at least one of those things. And if you're enjoying this YouTube content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers, celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. But let's go all the way from France to... Wow.
And I'm a solo developer from Lapisoft, a one-man.
Okay, so the first thing I gotta say is WTF, that looked completely bonkers, but I think that was great. I think that's exactly what they wanted, and they nailed that.
I'm the dog. Check Lapi, indie game studio, located in the French Alps. I'm quite excited to show you Wild Dose, Chapter 1 already available on Steam, the first-person cyberpunk adventure I am creating. Wild Dose takes place in a future where cyber drugs are delivered from networks to neural neurons. Hackers also deal illegal versions of these drugs. The deadliest one is called Wild Dose. You are one of these many cyber junkies. Walk the slum of Illysteria and discover the story of its citizens.
So one thing I'd say here is I would highly recommend typing in some subtitles here, because it is a little bit difficult to get through the accent, and I really want to. I want to hear through it. Like, I'm really fascinated, so maybe some subtitles on the bottom would be really helpful.
To follow the rules, or rebel against the system, fulfill private contract, or complete task to buy your next dose.
I wanted to point out that our cash flow is at its lowest. We would have to complete a few contracts in order to refinance ourselves.
Get away with Nora, your AI, in a comforting digital environment, and build a strong relationship with her.
It's so beautiful, so peaceful. I could stay for hours admiring this view here.
Alright, I gotta be honest with you, I am lost. I don't know how we got from here to there. There was like a sentence where I didn't understand something that the second time, but wow, I'm getting a little bit worried though. Like, we're seeing a lot of stuff in this game. It seems like a really ambitious project. I hope we're not going to get a Peter Molyneux style thing here where they're overpromising. But I'm really intrigued.
Or explore Wild Dose with a Capuchin, the mysterious creator of that drug.
I'm going to go back. I want to hear this.
Admiring this view here with you.
Or explore Wild Dose with a Capuchin, the mysterious creator of that drug.
Yeah, I did not pick what that is. So I think subtitles are a huge must here. Because I can't imagine I'm the only person having those issues.
Look what we have here, a new customer. Welcome to Wild Dose. He will teach you how to survive in this dangerous, world-changing universe.
Wow.
In this divided society from which you are trying to escape, you will only have one certainty. Taking part in Wild Dose is taking part in a real revolution. In 2016, I discovered Unity. While learning how to use it, I started to get the feeling that I could earn my living with game development. So, I started to save some money to buy myself a bit of freedom.
I absolutely want to pause here and say I love what you're doing here with this. Because the last two video games that I've seen have not convinced me that they could do it. Like, so I love the fact that you're like, all right, I'm going to show you like what it looks like when I'm doing this and doing the thing on the inside. You're taking us behind the scenes here, and it makes me feel more comfortable that you are going to do this. Come hell or high water, this is your baby. This is your passion. This is your love. This is your name. And that's coming across right now. Big points.
My main motivation was my wish to stay up to take care of my wife, disabled by a serious genetic disease. Fortunately, 2017 was a rough year for us. My wife's condition significantly worsened. Was it the right moment to get that freedom? To take care of my wife and my game project? Let's be honest, I did not have enough energy. I made a deal with myself. I would take the time to recover until I was fully ready. I had to stop game development as I could not cope with this activity, in addition to my day job and my wife's disease. But at the end of 2019, I knew the time had come. Game development became my main activity.
This is so good. This is so good. And this is Kickstarter here. We get so... we forget what Kickstarter used to be. What it still is. People's dreams coming true. People being able to achieve realities. I am an example myself. I have run, I think, 7 or 8 Kickstarters to do my Bowers Game Corner channel and to do my own game. And it's allowed me to do what I'm doing now, which is hopefully one day be able to do this full time. And Kickstarter has turned into just like a pre-order system in so many cases. And so I love when a creator can share their story, like the real story about making whatever they're making. And I'm loving this. I need some subtitles.
Trying to survive in this industry as a solo developer is quite a challenge. While those foundations are already built, but it still requires several months of work. For the console ports, I will rely on the expertise of specialists like Videogame, which explains the need for significant funding.
Okay, I love that. I don't know who they are, but I love the fact that you're mentioning collaborators. It's not just me. There's people. So that's good, because that's what I really was a little bit concerned about.
I also have the chance to collaborate with an awesome composer, Kevin Colomba, and we would really love to offer you a complete original soundtrack.
And that's the other thing that I've wanted to say here. They've really weaved a cool story here, a cool narrative about this game. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but the soundtrack has been really good. Like, during the tense moments about his wife, like, the soundtrack was good. And I was like, wow, I wonder if they're going to offer the soundtrack. And so I'm glad that was brought up. Like, we
Your help, we will be able to make the game I always dreamed about, and hopefully reach my ultimate goal, a release on the Nintendo Switch.
I want to start off by saying I always do a ranking system: a 0, a 1, or a 2. 0, which means, just keep going, clicking on. 1, come back in the last 48 hours and check it out. And a 2, bag it for the whale. And I want this to succeed. Most of the time when I come into these, I want companies to succeed. But I love the story they've told me. I'm already emotionally invested in the game a little bit more because of what you've shown me there. So let's check it out. First created, 2 backed. Is a solar developed from Laffysoft, a one-man and a dog indie game studio located in the French Alps. Okay, I don't like this. I would totally look into potentially getting a collaborator on this project. Anybody at all, who's just going to be there to be in your comments, answering niceties, pointing people to FAQs, just doing little stuff like that. Because, you got a potential rocket ship here. I think the more people see this Kickstarter, I feel like the people that watch that video are going to want to back this. Period. Because this game just looks absolutely bonkers. And if you're interested in bonkers game, then yeah, absolutely. But when you combine the fact that you have this niche game with this really compelling story, I think you're going to get people who are really emotionally invested in seeing this come to life and seeing you help you and your family. It's just, I love it. Love Kickstarter for this reason. Play it free, Wild Dose, the first session on Steam. And that's the other thing. So is this, I'm confused, because this is Wild Dose first. So this is like a preview of the game that I can play? Because if that's really cool. Or is this like a sequel that I don't know. So the game, Wild Dose is a first-person cyberpunk adventure game which takes place between a cyberpunk city Cool. So one thing I'd get into here is the price already. Like, I was so wowed by your story. If the price was just like $30 right there, I'm like, okay, insta. I think a lot of people would be the same way. So don't beat around the bush here. Like, you're overselling me. Like, yeah, I was already sold, but oh yeah, now I can play your game right now? Sell me even harder, but then price me. Like, right in there. Just bam, price me, I think. Welcome to their digital universes. Yeah, what was that? That looks so cool. It was just like we were talking to the AI in the game, too. This is all great. Characters, the garbage collector, about me. Awesome. This is good stuff. Get me to the price earlier, though. I just hit me with a price already. I want to support you. Don't make me go over here. Do you like when you go to a store and you have to ask somebody about anything? No. Label it. Make it nice and clean and clear. You got the music. Excellent. Nora's voice. Awesome. Base goal. What is this? Okay, so these are stretch goals. I still don't know the price. So you're going to make me go over here to see the price. $12. Steam key. Wow. What? That's the price? $15. Cyber Junkie. Backer update. Steam key. So what's the difference here? So this is the Steam key, backer roll, backer only update. So the Steam key is the game. Steam key, backer roll, backer. So it's the name in the credits. Okay. You should make that a little bit cleaner. Like, just highlight whatever it actually is that you're giving me here. Because like if I just scroll down, I'm like, oh wow, what's the difference between this and this? It's clunkier. Name in the credits. Get a chance to win a Cyberpunk Christner reward. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, actually. I don't think you're allowed to. That could be bad. Because I don't think you can run like reward-type things or raffles in these. So I would be very careful about that. But actually, 3 people have already taken it. So, oohies. Hopefully it doesn't get you in some trouble. So this is the Steam key for Wild Dose, and Steam key for Breaking Lockdown, my first title. Oh, you had a first title. That's what I heard. I thought I heard. So is Breaking Lockdown the one that we can play for free, or what? This is a little bit clunkier, confusing. Like, I'm getting a little confused. $25. Wow, it really had a lot to hear. So this is your first game in, your next game, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, keeping on. Cyberpunk Christner. Name an NPC, cool, or non-interactable, whatever. NPC name appears when this is cool. This is cool stuff, and I bet so 7 people. So you have 10 of those. 7 people. Those are going to get snatched up real fast. What is this? Corrupted memory. I don't know what it is. Perform the voiceover for a memory found in the void. Oh, that is a cool one. Oh my gosh, that is a really awesome pledge level there. That is so cool. Yeah, and yeah, you're giving me a cool way to support you. $100. Yeah, I love your story. I want to support you. It's just, you're making it so kind of clunky to find it. I don't like that. $150. Get a personalized audio message from Nora. Oh, the voice. Okay. Apparently people like that. So it's like, what is it? The cameo things that celebrities do? I guess it's kind of like that. All right. And a bunch of the other stuff. Sepatians follow. Get a personalized audio message from the Sepatian. So this is from another voice actor. Okay. Name an interactable NPC. This one. So what's different about this one than the other ones? Perform the voice. Oh, so you can perform a voiceover. Okay, now we're getting a bit clunky here. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. Perform a character. Unique role. So that's going to be gone. So there's one of those. And how far do we keep going? Elite pack team member. So 2's off the table. 50 Steam keys. What the? Who the hell? Who's getting 50 Steam keys? What? What are you doing with 50 Steam keys? 10 by 4 hours remote training session. Virtual coach. Remote personal training. When we work together on your own game. Oh. Okay. I guess. And I saw somebody else do this a couple of weeks ago. Somebody was writing a book. And they're like, hey, I'll teach you how to code, too. It was just like, what? Where did this come from? But I guess, if you're here, why not advertise? But it does make this look very clunky. All right, so here's the stretch goals. Dose of Wilderness. So this is the game becoming a reality. Cool. Stretch goals. 2 different final chapters, depending on the choices you make. That's really awesome. I like that. Ride the hover bike. Get your motors running. That's missing an N there. And head out on the highway to complete special missions in Elethria. I'm a big fan of music, so I love that stretch goal. But, okay. Get lost in the void, a dimension between virtual and real worlds. Discover the secrets. I almost feel like you're putting the cart before the horse, maybe a little bit here. Oh, plans released on the Nintendo Switch. So, that's what you're really trying to get people to. Because that's the big one. That's the big one. Getting that on the Switch, that's awesome. Xbox is great, too. I don't like the fact you don't have the prices here. But then at the same time, I also get annoyed with people. So here's the $12. Look at this. This is just not... Oh, it goes on and on and on. So what is the cost of the game? Like, what is just the cost of the game? Gotta scroll forever. Here we go. $12. This is going to get me the game. Okay? So this is okay. So just $12 for the game. I would just put $12 right at the front. Boom. $12. Make the stream come reality. It's super cool. You watch the video. You're sold. You're like, wow, $12. I'll give you $12. I would give you $12 just because I love your story. All right. And then, they start scrolling down. They're like, oh, I can get my name in the credits and all this stuff. I just feel like, I don't know. It's very clunky on the right side over here. It's very, and a lot of times people maybe do it as add-ons. I think add-ons would be the way to go there. But, anywho, continuing on. Once we get funded, though, I would totally put the stretch goals somewhere over there, and maybe make them look a little bit prettier. Have a picture in there or something like that. Right now, they look very blah. But then again, that might go with the cyberpunk theme. I don't know. I'm not big into cyberpunk. Okay. 10. So wow, this is just so much here, so much. Budget and schedule. Console port required. Weighted purchase. 2021 Xbox release. This is cool. I mean, so these are stretch goals. You got that's okay. This is just a really interestingly ran project. 2023 Switch port. Okay, so that's giving you a couple of years. And you would obviously probably need help from, people who had more of the know-how. And okay, I'm not going to give it a 2. I mean, we're going to check the comments and there's nothing to be in the FAQ because this just launched. Update 1. So what is this? Is it all in French? It is all in French. Oh, is this just the Kickstarter story? Okay, that's an interesting idea. That's a really interesting idea. Okay. So nothing though. Comments. Interesting project with a unique universe. I already played the demo, and I can say that this is very cool. Glad to be a part of this project. And yeah, I think having that demo on there is going to be huge. I really do. Just giving people a taste and saying that, because that's the ultimate. Can you do it right there? Is, oh yeah, I already did it. I can play a little bit of it. It doesn't suck. All right, I'm excited. I want to support you. Proud to be one of the first backers of this project. I tell you what. I think with some cleaned up Kickstarter presence, I think this could be just a rocket ship of a project. Your video, you just nailed that. You just bumped into... I wasn't planning on posting this Kickstarter project today. This was supposed to be one I posted on Tuesday. But I'm so excited about this video, and I want to see you succeed so much. I'm not going to recommend you too, though, because your whale is stupid. What is it, like 50 copies of the game or something? So I'll give it a 1. Come back in the last 48 hours once this level is completely cleared out, become a little cleaner, spend the $12 or $17 or whatever, and give this one a whirl. Very cool looking game. That is Wild Dose, a first-person cyberpunk adventure, and a prime example of why I always say the personal story in a Kickstarter can really sell the project. And I feel like not enough people do that. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I do Kickstarter content every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.